Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maniacal S10 channel. Okay, for tonight, specialty tools, and I'm going to show you how I got out a broken off tap in my project motor. First of all, okay, the specialty tools. Alright, open up my vise here a little bit. And of course I'm doing this all one-handed, so thanks for your patience, I appreciate. Okay, depending on the size pipe I need to cut, or you would need to cut, because this is what I use for my bandsaw. It's makeshift for a bandsaw for me. And as you know, or maybe not, bandsaw vise or clamp part varies in thickness and width for what you're cutting. So I've got the 3/4 for this. That thumping you hear is my washing machine. I have 2 of these set up, and that's just how I work it. Give me just a second. Okay, 3/4 inch rod, and with my angle cutter, it helps to keep cut a straight line. And as I cut, I turn it and cut it on through. Give me just a sec. And here's for my 1/2 inch rod or pipe. As I go to cut it, all I do with my vice grips is turn it as I cut it, and the job gets done. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I done, how I done it the best that I can, and how I got out a tap that I broke off. Yeah, I broke one off, and none of us guys like it when we break taps and bits off, because they are a bear to get out. And only for the professionals. So here we go. Now, this is the project motor. And as you can see, timing cover bolt hole. That's just a dowel pin. There's the one the tap caught me off guard and broke on me. And they're brittle, so if you bend them any, they break. Or if you bottom it out, depending on how the hole goes. If it's a dead end hole, use a blunt tap. If it goes all the way through, you could use a bullet, but I used a bullet and it still got me. Generally speaking, bullet taps go to the bottom. A dead end tap goes into a hole that goes all the way through. And as you can see, the difference to this one. Bit of a bear, but I got it. Now, here's a bolt that I would use to go back in it. It's all cleaned out. It holds good. It's in there. Now, this is the culprit. Okay, put it back over the workbench. 9/16 nut. There's what's left of my bullet tap. And as you can see, the grooves in the tap, that's a 4-flute. They're a better self-cleaning tap with a 4-flute versus a 2-flute. We're back to the project motor. Than a 2-flute is. They clean, keep yourself clean, but not as good as a 4-flute. The reason why you would prefer to use a 4-flute instead. Now, this one is, and I can get this to focus. I'm going to try this. It's going to be a difficult one. If you can see it, which I can't, means you can't, or read it. But anyway, 4-flute is a 16 by 20. Give me just a sec. Need to make a correction. Sorry about that. This is the quarter 20. Repeat, correction, quarter 20. Now back over to the project motor. And this is how it would work. Once you get it straight, I'll come over here and get the handle for it. And this is how this would work. Snug it, hands snug. If you don't hit the crank, and turn it in. But since I've hit the crank snout, I can't go any further. But that's how that works. Now, just take that loose. And when it broke off, I tried a couple of different methods, and obviously none of them worked, but this one worked. But I risked it welding a hole completely closed versus getting a tap out, what there was left of it. So I took my Harbor Freight MiG 170, put it on max 2, and what I done, I kept a half-inch stick out on the MiG wire to the hole, because actually a stick weld, you can draw a straight rod to it and keep it centered. A MiG with a torch, it's difficult, but I managed to do it. And get this to focus. I poured the heat to it, brought the weld up even with the timing cover facing right here. And the nut. I got the weld even with the hole and the timing cover bolt hole. Then put the nut down on it. And as you can see, I put the weld to it. I said, I hope this works, because sometimes it don't. You have to just keep coming up with different methods to do it. And it went cherry red. I let it cool just a bit, set by seconds. Took a 9/16 wrench, and here's what we done. Just as an example. Put the wrench on it, gently, tapped a little bit, worked it 1/8 by 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, quarter inch, and it broke loose and came right on out. And to prep this for it to hopefully come out without breaking loose, I have to weld it up again or just weld the hole closed. I took my compressor, blew the hole out, tap still in there, excuse me, PB blasted it, let it soak X amount of seconds, and got the MiG out and went to town welding it. And it did really good. As you can see, it came out like I wanted it to. That's a reminder. It happens to all the best of us. We hope it don't, but it does. And that's how I got that out. So I'm good to go. Now, I'm going to show you all something. As I said, 2 flute cleans, but not really good. And this is basically a bullet bit, or pointed bit, tap, excuse me, tap, not bit, sorry, tap. Here's the 4 flute tap. Cleans itself out really good. And the blunt ended tap, this is, give me a second. This tap's a 5/16 by 32. It's a fine thread. This tap is mostly used for, unless you have something else or another way of doing it, or method, is for a hole that goes all the way through. And it just spits everything out the bottom. Still has 4 flutes, takes everything out with it. But that's made for a hole that goes all the way through, not a dead end hole. That's where the bullet comes in. It just lightly bottoms out, stop, back it out. A little more oil don't hurt to put in with these taps to get them to work even better. Now, one more thing I want to bring to your attention. All's good. Since last time, I've done some little fabricating work. Been working on making my frame out, if you want to call it that. 1/2-inch pipe and bar stock that I've got 1/4 by 1.5 inch, and I think it's like 18-inch long, both sides. For when I get ready to do the frame for this motor for a storage rack, that's what I've got. And basically it's going to look about like so. And I'll block up the back end of it. I can make the brackets, set the brackets up, and with the oil pan. So that's coming in the near future. These warmer nights I get out here and do a lot more. So that's all for now, folks. So to my subscribers and new subscribers, give me thumbs up, let me know what you think. Let me know what you would want to see. If I can do it, I would be more than happy to do it. Anything I can help you with, information, do something, let me know. Okay, leave the comments in the box. And that's pretty much all for now. So be safe, always a priority. Be safe, and for the professionals. So have a great night, be safe, stay warm, and enjoy the hobby. Maniacal S10 saying bye for now.